Hi there, welcome to Dead Man Running. I'm Robz, and this is the end of my week of running this week. And I gotta tell you that I've been putting in a bit of mileage lately. Been on the treadmill, I'm running around 4, 5, 6 miles at a time whenever I get the chance. I put the video up of when I've run in the treadmills and such, but really it's getting out, getting the time. I mentioned earlier that I work quite a few hours, and I got off work at 7 a.m. this morning. My family happens to be out of town. I was like, perfect, great time to get out there and get a long run. So I get my stuff on, I get my earphones on, and battery's dead. All right, understandable, charge them up really quickly. Check my Garmin, realize that I can alter my Garmin to not only give me intervals, but also let me know what my miles times are. Because what was happening before is just giving my interval times, and they were done in workouts. There's actually a feature on there that just gives you alerts, which keeps everything going on. Anyway, trying that out here today. I'm currently about 5 miles in. I'm going to stop, grab a bite to eat around 7 miles, turn around, head on back home, enjoy the rest of the day. I know I'm a little late on putting up a lot of my videos. I apologize. Probably by the time this video goes up, all of them will be up there. Yeah, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following along. I love to answer any questions, so feel free to shoot them. And yeah, so I'm probably going to talk a little bit more on my way back, and I'll see you then. All right, so here we are towards the end part of my run, and this is a perfect example of you gotta go with the flow. I've run about 10 miles. I got about 3 more to go, and I was really taking it slow out here today. 1 minute run, 2 minutes walk, and I was just looking for a 14-15 minute mile, and it is ghastly out here. It is 90s and high humidity, and you can't even tell. I mean, it's just sweat everywhere. So I'm taking liberal breaks. I'm getting some water here, and I'm starting and stopping my watch whenever I go. No shame here. It's going to be a terrible time, but the miles are in, and I'll move on to my training next week and do more speed training. It's kind of funny when you can run 11-minute mile on treadmills and short runs, and then you get to these long runs with this heat and you're just done. It's the glycogen's gone. Anyway, going to hit the rest of this, and we'll see you next week. All right, it's the end of my run. I ended up running about 13 miles in about 3 hours and 18 minutes. That's really slow for me. That's actually the time that I did the Superheroes Avengers half marathon in 2015 with minimum training when I first started to try and run. Basically, I went out there and I was doing 1 minute run, 2 minutes walk because it was hot. And it got hotter and hotter. And it was like 106 heat index. And then so much sweat, I stopped for some food, and I was like, all right, let's get back out there. And about mile 10, I just had nothing. I stopped sweating, and you gotta realize, this is the moments that are most important, especially if you live in a hot climate, such as the southern United States. You gotta recognize signs of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Heat exhaustion is going to be where you start to get quite tired, you kind of stop sweating, you incredibly dehydrated, you may even get dizzy and nauseous. I started having a little bit of all those things out there, and I just said, no, it's not worth it for a training run. We're going to go ahead and walk the rest, in which I did. Heat stroke would be altered mental status, absolutely no sweating with bright red skin. It's basically your body is shut down with heat stroke, and you're now starting to have the neurological sequela from that. The heat exhaustion, it comes before the heat stroke. So you need to recognize the signs of heat exhaustion. So you need to stop moving, get hydrated, take a rest, walk it out, or call a friend to come pick you up. There is no shame in any of this. My family's out of town, so I just slowly walked home. There was a Fuddruckers. I stopped at the Fuddruckers that was right there by my house. It's about a mile away. They have a Coke Freestyle machine there, and man, it had Powerade. It has everything in that Freestyle machine. So I got some Powerade, I drank some Powerade, and then I saw that they had the new Coke sugar-free and I'm a big Coke Zero fan, even though it's not the best for you. I can't advertise that it is, but I tried it. Here we go. Let's see what this tastes like. Kind of a mix between Coke Zero and Diet Coke. Not really a fan. It's kind of a mix between Coke Zero and Diet Coke, so it's kind of got a little bit more aftertaste than the previous version. I'll try it again some other point. And then I switched right back to water and Powerade, and then I walked home the last bit. The last couple miles were done at 17-minute pace because I'm walking it kind of fast. And as you can tell, I'm just still drenched in sweat. So I'm going to go take a shower. I'm going to get relaxed. Again, thank you for watching this. We'll try and get some more tips and tricks, and looking forward to next week.